And in other news, we're
Right.
celebrating a phenomenal human being today,
Mm.
Stevenson.
Oh wow, she threw my gov out there. Threw the government
Woo!
out there.
We are
Woo.
celebrating Stevenson's
Right.
34th birthday. No, 43rd, even though he looks 12.
He does.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys see my youth pictures? My youth
Oh
pictures?
my
I
God.
did. You
I
looked
said
all
that there is a man who fears nothing.
you looked all youthy
Yeah,
Yes.
with an F, Yuffie.
with an F. You looked all
Yeah.
youthy.
Yes, he did. And I just was like, you know what? He's fearless because no, I
You
would
wouldn't do
not
that?
put those pictures out. No,
I
Why would
have
you do that? Chris, would you do
because
that?
those pictures where you haven't quite grown into your head
I
yet, or
have
you haven't
I
quite
have
grown into your ears. It's just like, come on, you're taking me some steps back now.
I'm probably setting myself up for danger.
Okay.
But I do have in my photos on Facebook, I think there is a picture of me as a little tyke. As a
I
wee
have
as a
I
wee
have a few
one.
safe ones.
I need to
A
see
few
that,
safe
Chris.
ones.
Huh?
I want to see that. I want to see that picture, Chris. I'm
Yeah.
going to go digging.
Yeah, I was gonna
With
say
your
you're gonna have
photos.
to surf for it because I'm not giving it to you.
You know, and yep, and just count me out. I'm not doing it. So nope.
We should have.
Oh, thank you, B plus.
Thanks, B plus. We should have a youth challenge. Like post the earliest picture of your existence.
Okay. I have a really funny idea.
Okay.
Okay. Like those things where like they show people's childhood pictures and then they say, "Oh, you got to guess which person that is."
Right.
See, so it like can be me and Bernard and like you got to guess which childhood picture. I mean,
I would
yeah,
like that.
I
Well,
would too.
I could actually jump in on that challenge because I had no hair. So
Okay.
we
All
could
right.
all
Okay, we can all three do it.
yeah, we could all
we can
three do
all
it.
three do it.
Although my eyes
Okay.
might give it away because my eyes have always been tight. But if we're just gonna go off of like newborn pics,
Yeah.
you know, I
I
might
think-
be able to throw my hat in that.
I think my facial hair will probably give me away.
I am
You think so?
done.
Yeah, I think.
Uncle
I don't
Yum
know.
Yum.
I mean,
You got some
because
explaining to do.
you and I,
Wait,
Chris,
why are you called Uncle Yum Yum? I need the tea.
Oh, wait a second. That was not supposed to be posted up there.
Too late. I
Well,
saw
it's
it.
too late because everybody looked at it.
Uncle Yum Yum. Please explain.
Okay, so
May I call you Yum Yum?
That wouldn't be cringy at all.
No, that
Not
wouldn't be
at all.
weird.
not at all. But in short, Uncle Yum Yum comes from some of my first interactions with my niece, and then a few years later, my nephew came along and he picked up on it. But it started out with me doing this, like I made a little monster in my mouth.
Okay.
And I would be like, "Yum, coming to eat you, coming to eat you," and she would run like through her house.
Got it.
Like, Uncle
Okay.
Yum Yum.
All right.
So like, that's where it
Okay.
comes from. Yeah.
That's cute. That's
Sure.
cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
That's-
that you get a pass.
That's
That's
good
cute.
stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So if I ever come to you guys doing that, just punch me.
Oh, okay,
I don't-
because I was gonna say Yum Yum
I don't
Well,
know. I would
don't come to
probably.
with the
I get out my phone and video it. You know.
Chris, yes.
Yeah.
Knowing you would.
I just sit there in silence with my phone and just make sure I captured the moment. a
See,
little
you
bit.
know, I just sit there in silence. Like the hand would be coming towards me, and I just be sitting there like, nope, this isn't happening. This isn't happening at all. Nope.
See,
mean,
sometimes that's what makes it funnier when you're doing that to somebody and they just sit there and stare at you as if they don't care. Like,
Just watch it go by. Like,
Nope.
yep.
this is not happening. Nope, not gonna look.
That man, thank you. No, okay.
Right. But yeah, I had a pretty good birthday today.
Good.
Good.
Working. I worked. I did what men are supposed to do. Men are supposed to work. So
Well,
that's what I
people.
did.
Because we gotta eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so, but the people were gracious enough to buy some donuts from Graders. So
Nice.
I was
Nice.
happy about that. And
Yeah,
then they
that's
gave
good.
me a $20 gift card. I was happy about that.
Nice.
And
Nice.
then they went and they bought chicken wings. So we all had chicken wings for
Woo.
lunch.
Where'd you get them
You
from?
had saucy nugs.
No, not saucy nugs. Chicken wings.
Oh.
Not saucy nugs. Not saucy.
Oh, they were real ones?
Okay.
Yes, they actually had the bone in the inside. And
Oh,
it
so
was
they're
Okay.
actually from a chicken. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So
Cool.
Real chicken.
Yeah.
yes, they weren't all from a tray. No, not from
Okay.
a tray.
Okay.
But these came from Jefferson Social on the net.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was cool. It was good. I
Nice.
appreciate it, and nothing but love. Worked a full day. I mean, like an over full day. I didn't get out of there until like 7:00.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I went in at 8.
Yeah, you adulted today for
I
sure.
did big time.
Yeah.
Big time on my birthday. 43
Woo,
rotation.
43 looking
I know,
swell
right?
back in these streets.
Yeah,
Look
so
how
Big
swell.
4-3.
big boy 4-3. Loving it.
Wow.
That's
So
a
I
blessing.
So I guess that's like what's been my what's good highlight for the week.
Well, that would be it. You know, you're having a birthday. That would,
Yeah.
that would
Being alive and all.
definitely, that would definitely be it. Yeah.
That's worth celebrating.
But it's definitely worth celebrating. So yeah. So what about you guys? I mean, enough about me and my birthday.
I don't
What
know.
about you all?
I don't know how we're supposed to like follow that.
I mean, it's not our birthday.
Right. I didn't get donuts from Graders. Like, what am I supposed to? How am I supposed to?
Nobody got me a $20 gift card.
I know, right?
That'd
I
be
didn't
nice.
get any wings with bones in them. I don't. How am I supposed to follow that?
I'd settle for saucy nugs.
Saucy nugs would top it all. And in case if you guys are trying to
I mean,
figure
especially if they were free. Why not?
yeah, I mean,
I'd go for the nug.
give me some saucy nugs. A matter of
Big
fact,
old saucy nugs.
I hate I brought that up because the more you say it, the cringier. Like, it's just like.
so for those who are watching who don't know what saucy nugs are, just leave a comment down below. Rated 13 as to what you think saucy nugs are.
And then if don't just ask us what saucy nugs are, predecess it by saying, I heard you mention big old saucy nugs.
Oh,
Could you tell me?
I like them big dry nugs. That's what I like.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You like the dry rub nugs?
dry rub nugs.
And we've gotten left.
A matter of fact,
7 minutes in.
a matter of fact,
7
wait a
minutes
second.
in.
We're like
Hold on,
8
hold on.
minutes in. And
Yeah,
we
this
went
is
off
a record. This is a record. Oh gosh.
8 minutes.
Oh gosh. This is a record.
So today I had dry rub on mine.
Yeah.
And the name of the dry rub that they had was
Oh, here
called
it comes.
it was called dry butt rub.
So if I could,
Here goes Chris. Here we go. Here we go.
So you're saying that not only do you like your nugs to be dry rubbed,
Oh gosh, this is just wrong. So wrong.
but you prefer a butt rub nug as opposed
On
to
top of
just
that.
a typical dry rub
Yeah.
nug.
And they were kind of spicy. Kind of salty, but spicy.
Salty, spicy
Stop.
butt
Stop.
rub.
That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's enough. Okay. No, we're done.
Okay. On to the next.
Ugh.
Keena, if you only had said, hey, I have something that I would like to say what's been good, we wouldn't have to go to the whole saucy nugs.
This is my fault. Okay, that's great. Nope, no problem. No worries. You know, it's okay. I'm used to being, blamed for things.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no. What's been good? I really don't have any complaints, guys. Like I can't. I could, but I won't go into. I just have some pretty amazing things happening in my personal life, and I'm just enjoying that. And I've honestly been. You know how you take a break and you're like, I miss the grind a little bit. So
Mhm.
I'm getting ready to kind of reboot and do some things. I miss it.
Okay.
Oh, but I can't say this. Kind of.
Okay.
that, I work with a practice, a mental health or mental wellness practice. That's like my day gig. And so I just got some great news about that. Looking to add to my certifications and things like that. So not just being a, an empowerment coach, but I'll be adding to my resume mental wellness coach. So I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
big.
you. Thank you.
That's sweet.
That's big.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Cool. So do you have an idea and a projected date in which it will be official, or is this just something that you just don't know, but you know is coming?
So right now, like the practice itself is already established. It's growing. It's booming. I mean, it's a great. I'm a part of a great vision, and a great team. So they have come together with some of the licensed professionals, and then also, they know that I'm a coach as well, and we're kind of just we're forming the board for what this will look like, because ultimately we're looking to be able to certify other coaches to be, mental health wellness coaches as well. So I'm blessed to just be, kind of in on the boardroom meetings of that, but then also I'm going to go through the certification process as well. So we're, cool. They're very proactive and very, committed to people being mentally fit and emotionally fit. So we're doing this and doing our due diligence to make sure it's something that's going to be awesome. So I'm excited about it.
That's cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That is awesome.
Good.
Awesome.
All right. So Chris, what about you?
Chris said,
I know. Well, it actually is pretty cool. No, I've been watching you grow in that capacity. I've been watching you online. I've been watching all your posts and stuff like that. No, so it's really cool. So you're moving right along with that. So that's it's great to be able to watch somebody advance themselves like that through time.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Don't make me act like a girl on here. Stop. What's been good?
Well, I recently learned that there's a new dry rub recipe for something I'd like to try, but beyond that, see what I did there, Shakina? See,
yeah, I did.
I made things a little tearful. I took it away.
Yes,
took
you
it
did.
Away, grabbed it back.
Yeah. He saved you.
No more tears. No more tears now.
Nope. Not at all.
No. No, I'm kind of in the same boat. I've been having a lot of positive things clicking and happening on my end. So I'm still working with the directors to do those two horror flicks that we're going to be doing at the end of February. And I recently kind of officially announced online that we're going to be working on those. So I've been working a little bit with that. I've been getting back into writing a little bit more. So
nice.
Yeah. I'm treating the beginning of this year just like I treated the beginning of last year. And last year, so that sucked for a lot of people, but at least I had some forward movement in other things. So I'm starting this year just like last year. So, and there are some things that I hope actually happen this year. They might not. I know last year I was really wanting to be involved in the Fringe Festival, the Cincinnati Fringe Festival, and well, then there was COVID. So I don't know that they're doing it this year, but I'm going to officially throw my name out there again. Anybody who's listening, if you need a performer for Fringe Festival, man, I would really, really love the opportunity to do that. I love live stage, and I think that would
you're
be
super dope.
Absolute total trip to do that. Thanks, Shakina, for the shout out. But yeah, just absolute total trip for me. I would absolutely enjoy it. So I'm just going to throw that out there.
There you go.
Just in case, because you never know. You never know.
The world's kind of opening up, so you never know. People are finding, creative ways to do the things that we, love to do. So you never know.
That's pretty awesome that people are finding really creative ways to get out there and still be their creative selves. So I'm enjoying watching people figure out all the different ways to be able to do that. One of which we're actually doing right now. So I guess, Yeah. We're kind of in it. Yeah.
So since we're still on you, Chris, you had this segment. You brought up an idea about some books that you would like.
I did.
Dive into. So take it away.
So, yes, something to read because I couldn't think of any other clever title. That's right. I'm a writer, and that's the best I could do. Something to read. So yeah, no, I was as I was saying earlier this week, there are still a lot of acting classes out there that are still active, but I understand why a lot of people don't want to do them right now because COVID. I especially for people who have never taken an acting class, they may not know what's expected of them, like how close am I going to get to the person next to me, stuff like that. Do I have to hug somebody? Now, to let you know, there are some classes that are still meeting. The Cincinnati Actors Studio is still meeting at the Evendale Cultural Arts Center, and they meet twice a week. Abby Esmena still has her audition room 513 that you can sign up for, and she does all ages. She does kids and adults. She does everybody. She to me has always been impressive. You can check her out on Audition Room 513. And if you have kids, there are also still some things available for kids. For instance, my kid is going over to the Madcap Education Center, and they've got acting classes there. They have some for beginner kids and advanced kids. And I went in there and I looked at their setup because I was really curious to see how they were going to do it. And she really does have these huge 6 foot by 6 foot taped off sections. And each student stands in the middle of it, and then everybody is masked up. So, and then they only allow so many kids, in the room. Yeah. And I was like, man, that is really super cool. And he actually has to take a notebook with him and take notes and stuff like that. So, Madcap Education Center, that's also a place that you can look at. However, I still understand. I want to learn acting, but I just don't know if I want to go to an acting class and have to hug someone that I don't know. So let me put this out first. If you're forced to hug someone in an acting class, take a different acting class. That wasn't the one for you. That was one for a special kind of thing. So that said, though, what I was going to talk about was you can still be active and learn about acting even though you're not in the class. In fact, if you take my advice, you will actually be a little bit ahead in the information center when you step in to your first acting class. And that is I'm going to look at three quintessential acting books.
I thought he said 3.
So without any further ado, so I'm gonna I'm gonna start it off. I get excited when I talk about these people because they have each one of these instructors. Well, A, they're all dead, but B, they all had a methodology, and all of them want you to be the best actor that you can be. The difference is the method that you use to get there. So how do you get there? And each one is different. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is this gal right here. Her name is Uta Hagen, and I'm going to put it right there. So if anybody wants to screen capture that, they can screen capture that. Uta Hagen is really, really cool. She, her method of teaching acting is to get the actors to be more in the physical world and move like a human being. And it's very simple things. I was actually watching a long time ago. I was watching a video where she was teaching a class. This woman was standing and she was yelling the whole time, and Uta yelled cut, and Uta wasn't very nice to these actors, but she went up to them and she said, "So why are you standing?" The woman said, "Because I'm yelling, I'm standing." She says, "There's a chair right there. Humans don't stand if they can sit. And besides that, where are you going to go now? You've already hit the limit of your anger, but the script keeps going. So what are you going to do now? Be a real human, act the way you would." So what she is doing is, and through that, she encourages a lot of self-critique. In fact, she actually says, I never want you to look at another actor or actress and say, I like them because of this, or I hate them because of this. She wants you to look at them and say, they're good. What are they doing that I'm not? Or they suck. What are they doing that I might be doing? And how can I not do that too? So she takes a very existential way to it. Book number 2.
Dun, dun, dun.
And again, these books, they're really cheap. Like this one cost me $12. I found it online, or you can go to Half Price Books. So I'm going to put this one up here.
Meisner.
Yeah.
Meisner.
So
Okay.
if you ever take acting classes for an extended period of time, there's 2 authors that you're going to hear from. This one and the last one that I'm going to talk about. And you're going to hear a lot about the Meisner technique. Now, the Meisner technique is, it seems complicated at first, but it's not. What the Meisner technique all boils down to, and just in case in the future somebody who knows these authors says, Chris, you're not really doing them any justice. I know, I'm giving you the nutshell. I'm not here to give an hour lecture. This is a nutshell. So what Meisner said was, there's no point in saying a line from the script unless you feel emotionally ready to say it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not emotionally ready to say a line, don't say it then. And he would have students go up there and he would give one person a line, and the line would be, I have to write this letter. Somebody else has to come up and interact with you, and the only thing that you can say is, I have to write this letter. Now, the interesting thing about it was that every time they would do that, the person who could only say, I have to write this letter, you could actually tell that the reasoning for writing the letter was it started to actually form, and they never had to say anything else but I have to write this letter. I have to write this letter. I have to write this letter. And so it began to form, and then in time, that should translate into, I could take a script and I'm going to, and I'm going to push that into the words on the script. Boom. So that's his thing. He does this one thing where 2 people are sitting across from each other and they just have to say the line, I love you. And then the person across from them says, I love you. So they keep saying it, but the thing is that Meisner's sitting there and he says, no, you don't. No, you don't. I don't feel it. I don't see it.
I don't believe you.
No, that's it. I don't believe you.
Right.
Don't say it until you're ready to say it.
That's
until
a life
you're ready
lesson.
to emote that emotion. Don't do it. Then don't do it. And if you think you can't, then you need to go back, talk with your acting coach before you get back in front of the camera or before you go back on stage, so you can prepare yourself to actually deliver that line. Boom.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The last one, and I love this woman, Stella Adler. This is a classic, The Art of Acting. This woman right here.
Yep.
People would say that if you could get through her class, you will fear nothing in the future. Yes, she, and actually, my wife Sue's favorite quote about art is actually from Stella Adler, who said, and I'm going to paraphrase her, life is here to crush the soul and to break it down, and art is here to remind you that you still have a soul. So what Stella was saying, Stella came from an old school of acting where the acting was through memory. It's all memory acting. So if I'm mourning someone's death, I have to recall the last time that I actually mourned someone's death.
Right.
Well, Stella and a whole bunch of American actors were like, we don't want to live our lives having to relive all these things, especially if they have nothing to do, maybe that emotion that I had there, it has nothing to do with this scene. It has nothing to do with this play. So what they did was, she, instead of going for the memory, her whole thing is you act through imagination, but you act in reality. She says, you don't act words, you act your soul. If you have a part and it's a lawyer, You're not going to show up in a polo shirt and jeans. You are a lawyer. You are a lawyer. If you show up in a polo shirt and jeans and try to do a part as a lawyer, she will throw you out because you have no place there, because you haven't even put your soul into what you're going to wear. And if you can't even put your soul into what you're going to look like, you cannot put your soul into how you're going to emote this, all of this emotion. You just can't do the part. There's absolutely no way in hell. So that was her thing. And the cool thing about, and this is why I bring these up, the cool thing about Meisner book and the Stella Adler book is both of them, especially for people who want to take the class, but they don't want to right now, these books are actually set up as you're in their class. So it's class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, and it just keeps going. So you're actually progressing with some students that are in there, and the class is transcribed chapter by chapter.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. Yep.
And you can go to Half Price Books and you can get these things. And if you read them, trust me, the first time you go to an acting class, you'll go, oh, that's what they were talking about. I was supposed to do that. I get it.
Do they have digital copies? Because like, there's not a lot of people who, enjoy the art of a book.
The art of reading.
The art of a book.
Yeah, the experience.
You probably could. I bet you could probably go to Google Books, and you probably could find a copy.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah, some people don't. For me, I have to be able to touch the book.
Oh yeah.
And experience it and all of that.
Yeah.
But the world we live in.
Yeah, you can go to Google Books and probably find them. These books, they're old school. They came out in the 70s and 80s, but I swear they are like the standard of all acting. So if you can get through all 3 of them, bless your heart, you apparently really want to be an actor.
Yeah, you want
you really want this. And power to you. And I hope to see you on set with me then at some point.
Hugging someone.
Yes.
Wow.
Again.
That's so funny.
That's
so funny that someone would be like, I can't do that. But that's like part of acting. Like
it is. Oh, it is. I have seen I've seen people in acting classes that come to a class, they've never taken one. They had to do a scene where they had to get close to somebody that they didn't know, and I never saw them again. But it's like, so what did you think acting was?
Yeah, like no,
I mean, you're acting.
Yeah.
There was one time, and I won't name any names, and I won't name what the class was, but the coach said something that resonated in my head, and I thought, actually, I like the way you said that, and I'm going to have to remember that if I ever meet somebody else that has this problem. It was a guy who had to pretend to be a lover to another guy. Now, he's not being asked to kiss him. He's not being asked, you know what I mean? Just to look at him and just emotionally love him. And then that's it. And he wouldn't do it. And finally, the acting coach said, look, you're either going to act or you're not going to act. But this is the scene that you were given. Now, you have a partner up there who's clearly not gay, but he's acting. And you know what? Nobody in this room thinks that he's gay for doing it. And they're not going to think you are either.
I have to say this, though. If I would have pulled the paper that says, oh, you have to kiss this person and I don't know them, I'd have been like, I guess I want to be active. You keep all your COVID and germs and all the other stuff. I'm not about to do that.
Nobody really ever does that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was one of those one type of acting classes where they're like, hey.
Oh, yeah, that would be
a sketchy guy. No, but yeah.
Special kind of class.
Special class.
Yeah. But I like the way the coach said, nobody here thinks you're gay just because you have to show emotion. Good Lord, just do it. If you want to act. Right. So, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you anything that you love, you're gonna stretch yourself. You're gonna push yourself, past your comfort zone to make sure that you're able to get where you need to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
And the one
Sorry,
thing,
my kid just walked in on the live stream. It's real TV, guys, real time.
and two, the thing that all three of those authors will agree with, especially Uta Hagen, who actually says it a few times in her book, is the actors that she loves are the actors that she doesn't recognize the actor anymore. There's no actor.
That's good.
There's no actor. It's like Anthony Hopkins once said, the trick to acting is don't be caught doing it. That's the trick. Just never be caught doing it.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Read to your heart's content. There is something to read. And I know everybody's like, God, he's such a nerd, man. He just asks us to read books.
Whatever. You are brilliant.
They also have those books available on audible.com too.
Oh, so do they really? Did you just look it up on Audible?
Of course he did.
Yeah. So like the Sanford Meisner, his book is like $28, but it's 9 hours of listening. So you can get that whole book within a day, like whether you are doing chores or just sitting down, lounging, instead of binging on Netflix, you could really invest into your craft. And,
don't you come for people's Netflix?
You said what?
Don't you come for people's Netflix?
I'm just saying, what I'm saying? Like in case. Just in case, if a person's really serious about their craft. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
But
if you mean it.
Really serious.
Right.
Really serious. But
hey, if they're listening to 9 hours of Meisner, they're probably pretty serious.
I would think so. This just crossed my mind. I don't know. Do you guys happen? If I sent you guys a link, would you guys be able to read that link, or are you guys like on your phones?
I'm on my phone tonight, so
I'm on my laptop, so I can read a link.
Okay, well, I don't know if you guys are up for it, but I did look up.
Oh no, are you serious?
A script that has 3 people, 2 guys and a girl, and it's short and it's called Youth Plays. So it's safe. I did not read it. Nobody has read it, but I'm going to put the link in our messenger, and if you guys click it, then we can just do a quick improv read.
Skip. Pardon me, teacher.
Yes.
I'm on my phone, so I can't participate. So I'm gonna be the creepy girl in the scene who says nothing, just watching.
Do you have your laptop?
No, my son is taking classes, so no.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? That's what happens when you don't meet first.
Well, it was a spur of the moment idea, but this is something
it's your birthday. You can do whatever.
Wait a minute. Can we do this next week then?
Yes.
Why can't if we're all good, why can't we just come up with something now? No read.
Oh, you mean improv?
I mean improv.
Well, that's kind of what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
So what's the rule for improv, just so that we can have everybody on the same page? And for those who are watching who are not familiar with the rule of improv,
actually, there's really no rule to it. It depends on the type of scene that you would want to do. Like, I'm trying to think of improv games that acting classes do that. Okay, so I've done this one at a class. And then the boy actually last year came back from a class and he said, hey, we did this thing. And then he showed it to me. And I was like, oh, I've done that too. So what it is you have a driver, and the driver is driving a taxi. So you get into the taxi and you sit next to the driver, and whatever emotion the driver is having, you have to mimic that emotion. And you have to be just like that person. The third person, it can get complicated. The third person, as soon as the third person comes in, they sit behind and then the passenger now takes on whatever emotion she wants to do, and then the other two then have to mimic that emotion. See, that's why I don't think that Zoom meeting or this type of thing, I don't know that that would necessarily work. Now, script read, that would work because we have the scripts and we're doing it. That's why I was saying if we wanted to do that next week, we could, because I think that would actually have more success.
Well, let me look up some improv scenarios.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Why not?
Well, I'm game.
I'm here.
I've done it before. I've been all up in that.
All right, so okay, all right. This one.
Yes.
It said visiting. Hold on. Click again to see the term. Visiting the dentist. Okay, so who's going to be the dentist? Who's going to be the patient?
I can be a dentist.
I'm the assistant.
Okay.
All right. and I'll be the patient. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm walking in and I approach the front desk. Ding ding.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You're the assistant. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I just started at this office.
Yeah.
So I get confused.
Oh.
She talks to people.
Wait, hold on.
I don't.
So you're the dentist and you're confused?
I am. You know what? It's probably that martini lunch that I have, but I'm cool. You know what? I'm going to slip in the back here. I'm going to grab myself a cup of Joe.
Okay.
You know, Shakina, why don't you get them signed in, and I'll meet you back. I'll meet you in the back. Okay.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
Great.
Yeah. So.
Let's just start with something simple like run. He has not been licensed long. I really think he has this job because someone owed him a favor. So if you want to keep your teeth, I think that it would be really good for you just to slip out. There's another office like maybe 10 miles from here. They have an urgent care too. Just do that.
Here's the issue is that I'd rather go ahead and just gamble with my chances here because 10 miles away is a little too long because I had this really
it's
bad.
Your life. Fine. If you want to come in here.
Hey, did I hear somebody say the word gamble? Oh man, I'm all on it.
No, actually, no.
I tell you what, when we're done here, we're gonna hit the casino. You and me, huh? Mono. Oh,
I like that. You know what? I like that. You know what? I was getting ready to leave, but since you brought that up,
some of that gas might still be in you. We're gonna have a good time. You know what? I'm gonna take some too. I'm gonna take some too.
All right.
Okay. Excuse me. Sorry to bust up this little, love fest that you all are having, but I can't work under these conditions. You can just go ahead and pay me, my last check. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna be responsible for another person having teeth pulled that shouldn't have been pulled, or like the lady last week who needed dentures and you gave her the bottoms for the top and the tops for the bottom. I mean, she couldn't even close her mouth. I can't sit back and watch this anymore.
You know what? In all honesty, she already had a massive overbite. I just reversed it. That's all I did. But
and
apparently,
that's what happens when people, get their license.
Guys, my tooth is really, really bothering me. So
I don't care about your tooth. I'm trying to save your life. But if you want to trust this drunk, go for it. Go for it.
So where do I sign? Like, do you have a pen that you can give me?
No,
nobody's going to use that pen to sign my check,
and we'll just take care of it.
Excuse me.
No. Take care of it. You won't even know it happened.
Great, and I won't be here as a witness. Can you please sign my check so I can go?
Yeah, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that. We'll meet you outside when we're ready to go to the casino.
That's great. And in the meantime, I'm going to flip over all your equipment, and nobody can get anything done. Now I want my check signed so I can leave.
Wow. You know what, ma'am? I don't know what it is about you, but
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Drunk. I need my check now.
Oh, see, we don't even have the money because
you don't. Well, you know what? People came in here today and they paid co-pays, so I'm just gonna go open the register and pay myself.
Well, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're not going to call the cops all the illegal things that I've seen happening here. So just going to help myself to a few copays.
Wow. Well, guys, I know you guys are having a little feud. I don't know if you guys are in a relationship or anything like that, but my tooth is really
Yeah, but
hurting.
that was a long time ago. That we were over that. Hey,
Someone's over it.
we've all had workplace. Come on, man, it's nothing new. But
I
we're
wouldn't call
past it.
harassment a workplace relationship. Let's really be serious here. You tried
All
to
right,
gas me after hours. That's not a relationship.
all right. So now I'm going to cut the scene
Okay.
because
Insane.
what's happening is there's too much negating. So every time somebody tries to say like no to something, the other actors have to try to keep it going. Can I see what I'm saying there?
Right. So I think one of the rules I've heard them say is supposed to be yes and.
Yes, and yeah. So
Not,
it's like,
not
We
no
were slinging
and.
insults. It didn't even matter anymore.
so it's like the more, yeah. So it's like when you're improving with somebody, it's like I always equate it to, just looking at somebody's shoes and saying, "Oh, I like those shoes. Where'd you get them?" "Oh, I got them at the mall." "Really? Which store?" And then
Okay,
they
so
say
let's
which
do it
store.
over.
And then they
Do
say
over.
which store, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, I've been there too." So it's like this conversation. So,
Yeah.
well, Bernard, why don't you find another one?
Okay, let's go ahead at random. Okay,
Okay.
first day in a new job.
For staying a new job.
Wow.
I want to be the guy at the new job.
Okay. I will be one of the employees already there working,
Okay.
and
And I'll be the manager that's showing him around.
great. Okay. All right, I'm working.
All right. Hey, Chris, I'm so happy that you made it. We're grateful to have you as a part of the team. Did you find the place okay? I know it's a little tricky.
Super easy.
Great.
I got here. I'm excited. I'm excited to get going. This is great.
Great. So,
I never thought I'd be working for a company like this, like ever.
Your resume is impressive. Let me say that. I mean,
thanks,
this has been such a tedious process. We're very careful about who we bring into, our company. We want to make sure that they're, going to be an extension of what we stand for. So we felt like you were the great fit, and we're just happy to have you here. So I'm going to just show you around.
All
Just
right.
grab all your things.
Yeah.
And then, and then we're going to just show you like who's going to be, your desk partner. We like to keep things, kind of tight knit and, family oriented. Is that okay with you?
Oh, that is awesome. No, I'm ready to go.
Great. So we do not adhere to the CDC guidelines. You're not gonna be 6 feet apart, but it's okay. I mean, we risk worse things on a daily basis.
Hey, I've had it once, right? I know the score. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good,
right.
man.
So yeah, I mean, who needs a mask, right? No Trump.
No, you're right.
Exactly.
Right. You're absolutely right.
So I want to introduce you to Bernard. He's been here for a couple of months, but he's a quick learner. I'm going to be a great person for you to learn from, okay?
I'm Chris. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bernard. Nice to meet you.
Shake my hand? Oh, yeah. You're kind of clammy.
Yeah. So I heard that this is your first day here.
Yeah, man. I am stoked. I am excited. Man, I didn't think I'd ever get a job here.
Oh my gosh! Well, as they said, like this is really, really a great place to work. We're not adhering to any of the guidelines. We believe that.
I heard about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. I'm starting to feel it. You starting to feel a little hot, maybe?
No, man. I've had a scratchy throat for like 3 days.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. So what about this place that made you want to work here? I mean, for me, it was just the close quarters that we have. I mean, because they really work on top of each other,
Well,
it's all about community.
I work here because, I wanted to be able to give back. I mean, heck, I've been playing video games since I was like 4 years old.
You have? You too?
Oh, but I never thought that I would be working for a place that we could help all those gamers that are still living in their basement, and we could like give them like mental health here at this facility. Like, man, I have called this hotline so many times.
You have?
Oh,
wait,
man.
hold on. What's your name again?
Oh, my online name is Shark182.
Wait a second. Hold on. Shark182.
That's me, man.
I think you called and we've spoken on the phone before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my mom's always trying to make me egg salad sandwiches, and I'm always yelling at her. I'm like, no, Mom, I'm on the phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's me, man. That's me.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, this is a true, like, heartfelt story to see somebody turn around and then come and work at the place that helped them get back on track.
You know, I can't believe it that Shakina Renee is actually going to give me an opportunity to get back to this company what they've given me for so many years.
I know.
I'm slowly like reconsidering, guys. Let's focus here, because one of the things that is very, very important is confidentiality, right?
Oh yeah.
Bernard, we talked about this.
No.
We talked about being too personal.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
You've been here for 6 months and you're like on the third strike now. Like, we don't want to be personal, right? We want to offer an anonymous experience where people who need help can get it. Now, Shark 1280 or whatever it was, if he happens to be struggling, now he's going to kind of come to work feeling a little judged. We want to keep everything confidential, right? And so I'm thinking that since you all have already, kind of exposed yourselves to one another, maybe you guys shouldn't work together. I don't know how professional it'll be. So, Chris, I'm gonna
No. Listen. You don't have to be that harsh. I understand. Like, this is this guy's first day.
I don't want a redo of the cat incident. Bernard.
I promise that Bernard and I will not expose ourselves to each other anymore.
Yes, we won't. We promise. No more exposure.
I'm not going to expose myself to him anymore.
Ever again.
No.
Listen, let's just okay. Well, let's just fresh start it. Okay. All right.
Okay. Thanks.
Chris.
Yeah.
Bernard, make some space. Chris, sit down. Like I said, Bernard is, Bernard gets a little too involved, but he's great. He knows the ropes.
Yep.
And like I said, Bernard, listen, guys, listen, okay? We're trying to help people recover from this. Yeah. And the only way that you can do that is if you stay steady in your own healing and recovery. Now, you guys seem to be slipping back a little bit. I need you to focus, okay?
Right. Because,
you to focus. Why are we here? Bernard, what is the motto? Bernard, what is our motto?
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
That's a motto that it's a motto that I can live by.
No longer in the basement.
Nope. Start from the bottom.
Never in the attic.
And then you go up there.
Yeah.
Because there's nowhere else to go. When you're in the
I busted the improv. Forget it. I'm over. It's done. Oh my gosh. I was not.
Okay,
I
now Bernard.
I almost got Bernard though, because I was like, we don't want a replay of the cats, and his face was
I thought for sure one of you was going to start shaking your head at me when I kept saying I am not going to expose myself.
I did not want to go there. I did not want to go there.
I heard you say it. I was like,
Bernard and I will not expose ourselves to each other anymore.
Listen, I barely survived the dry, saucy nut story. I'm not gonna write on anything. Never mind. I quit. I'm done.
There's a new dry rub recipe.
Oh my gosh.
Nugs. So no, but seriously, maybe next week we can do a script read.
Yeah, let's do a script reading. And then for those who are watching, if you guys choose to, we can also let you in on a script reading also, because we do allow people to jump in on a conversation. We just provide you guys with a link, and then voila, you're in on the Slanted Brow Show live.
As long as you're cool and you're not being a weirdo, you can just stay with us the whole time.
With the gross name. That's.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, no saucy nugs. Okay, so we have.
Give yourself a nice name like Brad or something common,
Or not.
Yeah. Betty.
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 So let's go ahead and jump into the Independent Film Festival.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to
Speaking
go
of,
ahead and play the video first.
Yes.
And
This
then
is
that
really
way,
cool.
let's see, share screen.
Hey, look, I'm in an entire room. That's
What?
weird. For a second, I thought I was in my closet again.
All right, let's see what we got going on here.
Notice how I said again.
All right. There we go.
Oh, I see her.
Independent is launching a new program. This program is called Independent and Chill. It's a curated virtual indie film subscription that we deliver to your inbox every single month. It's about 70 to 85 minutes of film content, in addition to anywhere from 4 to 8 behind-the-scenes videos directly from the filmmakers themselves. Your subscription, which can be billed on a monthly or annual cycle, is helping us pay these artists and keep them employed. Check it out, www.independentfilmfest.org.
So this is an absolutely awesome idea from the independent film people. I actually signed up for it the other day because I was really curious. I signed up for the monthly subscription, and I haven't gotten my films in my inbox yet, but I'll let you guys know when I do. But what I liked about it is when in the sign up process, they actually ask you, so what type of films, do you want to see? I clicked all of them because I'm just interested to see what everybody's doing out there. But for those of you that do have kids in the house, like one of the things you could check off is like family films. Another one is animation. So, you have kids in the house and you want to show something, you want to make sure you have something that's a little bit more kid friendly. You can check that box off. So I'm actually kind of excited. Honestly, the whole family's kind of excited because the neat thing is that these are movies that we know we've never seen before. And
Right.
we know they're all going to be of a quality. So we get to see a lot of movies. So this is actually pretty darn cool.
Yep. And it's a pretty good save too. I mean, paying $10 a month versus the annual $60. I mean, like that's just a no-brainer type of a deal. So I'm going to go ahead and sign up for the annual, and just join the festivities.
Do it. You know what? And then we can talk about them.
We can. That would be awesome. And a matter of fact, that's one thing that I think we should do. Maybe next week even is see if we can get Miss West on with us.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to her and let her know that we spoke about her venture here with Independent, and we'll just bring her on and let that be like one of our highlighted shows that we're gonna do for this year.
Ooh, would she be? You know what she is? She would be the first special guest for 2021.
2021. Yep.
She would be special guest numero uno.
Numero uno.
Yeah, that would be a pretty cool show because too, I know that their cutoff date. I think the cutoff date is sometime in February. You'll have to look. Those of you who are out there who are writing and have scripts that you would like to submit for possible award, or if they still do it this year, which they might, because it's later on in the year. They do the script read, and your script could also be chosen to be in that as well. I submitted a script late last year, and I think Vaslav is submitting a couple of films that we did last year, and yeah. So if you have short films or screenplays that you'd like to submit, there's still time to do it.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna send if I can come up with something short, shoot it, and submit it.
There you go.
Make it happen.
There you go. And and I didn't know we were gonna mention it because we don't know when they're going to start it, but the winter film.
Yes, the winter film. I think last year, was it last year around this time?
It was, yeah, because we took February off from the Slanted Brow because everybody in February is working on their winter film.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was around this time. I'm thinking maybe the last weekend in January is when they had the start off night when you got to know what you're supposed to do. I don't know.
That was a good experience. We were down at Japs?
I wasn't there that night.
Okay, yeah, I went down there and it was a great energy in that room, in that space. Though it was tight, but just to see all of the people who were going to be participating, seeing fresh faces, like that's what excited me the most. Was able to see like, wow, there's a lot happening in Cincinnati when it comes to theater, when it comes to film, when it comes to just the whole process of creating some imaginary space or some place or some world for you to be able to take part in. It's just amazing. It really, really is.
We created our own imaginary space this evening.
We did.
We created a whole new workplace environment.
We did.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
Yep. To kind of help.
Who needs the CDC? Yep, we sure did.
That's right. That's right.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, we're getting close to wrapping up here in another, 3.5 more minutes. So anything you want to pull out, talk about before we bounce, or if the viewers are watching.
If they're still watching.
All four guys.
Do we still have viewers?
Yeah, man, we got 4 strong.
Four
Where are you looking at our viewers from?
4 viewers who had to sit through 2 of our improvs. Bless you. You really are 2021.
You get the entertainment how you get it.
That's right. That's right. That's probably what they're thinking too. Probably thinking, well, it's 2021. I'll take it where I can get it.
I've been through worse. I can watch these 3.
I've seen worse.
Yep. I survived trauma. I can survive this.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's something that I don't miss is hearing about Trump every day on the news.
I had to say it.
Oh, I don't. No, I mean, that's fine that you said it, but it just reminded me that's something that I've actually talked about recently at home is just there's this absence in the news
definitely.
That is very, it's refreshing.
Very, very much so. I felt like that there was a vacuum of peace that just like
vacuum of peace.
A vacuum of peace. That's the only way I can explain it, because it was just an explosion of like chaos.
Yeah.
For 4 years. Now I will say this in all fairness, there were times in which people were being a little too petty, but it was moments where it was just like, this guy is just so morally bankrupt to where it wasn't even about his policies or about his presidency. It was more about like this guy and how he handled and dealt with people. More than anything, it was just like his mouth, the hypocrisy, and it just really clouded anything that he has done good. I'm not going to say that he did 100% bad, but I can't say he's in the high percentile of doing great. But
no, I feel that history will not be very kind to him.
No, I don't think so either. Especially the way that he ended, it was fitting. It was a fitting end to that season. It was like, I did not expect anything less, but it really went over and beyond my expectations. I was like,
that was a good series finale.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Didn't see that coming.
Although I have to say, there are some people that have like PTSD, right? They're like, well, Biden's in there and they're kind of just like bated breath. Like, what is he going to do? Like, is this really going to be better? There's some people that are just really, really like traumatized, and they don't. And not to mention all of the people who outed themselves during that. I know it has to be a little tense. Like, wow, everybody knows I'm a racist, and I gotta go tomorrow. Like, woo. Gonna be a little difficult shopping.
I hope that when they
Now
come
they're
to
gonna
that
need,
realization,
we're gonna have to come up with the racist like witness protection program type thing. Like,
I
I
just
don't know.
hope that when they come to that self-realization, they are as nonchalant about it as nonchalant as Shakina just portrayed it. It's like, well, I guess everybody knows I'm a racist now.
Yep, it's out.
Well,
It's like how do you like the day after? It's like the day after Trump is no longer the president, kind of waking up like, yeah, so about that Proud Boy stuff I said. Walk under the bridge. Like,
you know what?
I guess my neighbors know. Oh, I guess my neighbors
player.
know I only like white people now.
Nah, player.
Well,
you know what? I could start a program to help them out. Like, I would want to do a commercial now that says, like,
oh,
you're a racist. Did you get busted and outed? Well, we have just the right tool for you to help you hide from your racism. Here's a new sheet, and it's like you put it over your head. It has 2 holes in it for you to be able to walk around, and nobody will ever know who you are.
I got one. Were you a Karen? Do you need all social media scrubbed clean of your likeness? Call us at 1-888.
okay.
Hi, Karen.
In all seriousness, Bernard, a second ago, you said you were trying to figure out a short to do.
Yes.
Somebody who is trying to help the outed racists.
Oh gosh.
That
wow.
It could be it's funny, and it could also be used as a platform for making a statement. But
yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's I recently listened to an interview with Klepper, John Klepper. Have you guys heard of him? He's the one that he would go out and he would interview Trump people at this thing at their thing. Yeah, it was him. And I listened to this hour-long interview with him. And the reason he was so good, and I never knew this, he wasn't always wanted to be an actor. He was like, when he was in high school, he won like the national mock trial. And so when he goes out and he's questioning these people, he gets them to, and it's funny, yet at the same time, he's using that as a platform to make a statement. And I think that I use him only as an example because I think that you could do the same thing. Of course, this would be scripted, so you're not going to go out to, but you find some white guys that understand it and are willing to have some fun, at the expense of making a statement.
Right.
But I think there you go. And it just occurs to me that I just broadcasted this out to all 4 people who are watching. But that is a good idea.
So, I mean, hey, make it happen. Whoever can make it happen.
Make it happen.
Ike Turner's about to tell us we're 3 minutes past our airtime.
Oh!
So there you go. There you go. He's still going to be Ike on his birthday. Big wheels keep on turning.
Hi. My name's Kyle. I'm a white guy. And now everybody knows I'm a racist. What am I gonna do? What can I do to help myself and my family?
I'm so glad it's Chris doing this and not me.
Who are also racist.
We didn't mean it.